Objective Echo is neutralized.
What the fuck are you doing?
China Rising is here. The first DLC for Battlefield 4 on the PC and PlayStation 4. Of course, the Xbox got Second Assault DLC, which comes out for us towards the end of December, I think, on release day. But this is the very first DLC, Battlefield 4 for PC and PlayStation 4. So I thought I'd tell you in this video what I think about it, show you all of the maps. I've got some pretty good footage of all of them. Quite a lot of the new stuff that you get in this, because there are some new weapons, some new equipment as well. In fact, I'm about to show you some of that equipment in just a second, because I am playing on Altai range here. And there was that pesky guy up there who was shooting me in the back. I have no idea why he's so far back, because their spawn is literally just behind the A flag. But this is the SUAV, which you get by getting a kill with the heavy bomber. I've got some footage of that later on. One of the things you can do is laser designate. The other one is roadkill with them. So I managed to take that guy out. You only get one though, unfortunately. So you've got to get to an ammo box and replenish them, and they are pretty slow. There's also another kind of flying drone thing you get, but I haven't managed to unlock that yet, because you've got to play air superiority to unlock it. And unfortunately, the servers aren't quite well set up in it yet, because you only get 12 planes on each side, or 12 helicopters, because it's helicopter air superiority as well. When you're playing, but unfortunately the server host has set it up for like a 64-man air superiority, so it's literally impossible to actually spawn into a jet at the moment. But I think as soon as they figure that kind of thing out, it's going to be pretty good. So I haven't actually managed to play any of it yet, but I am hoping to get some footage of the UCAV tomorrow in a public server. I actually lagged out here. There has been a bit of instability today with the release of China Rising, because they also patched the game to fix the sound issues that were on Lancang Dam and Goldman Railway, which they've managed to fix. They've also fixed the EMP blur, so when the commander causes an EMP, the screen doesn't like separate red, blue, green, or whatever it is, whenever it used to do that. So there's no more of that mini 3D moments that used to be there. And the patch also fixed the one-hit kill glitch, where guns would sometimes do twice as much damage, so could kill you in a single headshot at close range. But that's all been fixed now. I don't know if many people knew about that glitch, but it has been fixed. There is another damage glitch, funnily enough. And by the way, I love this map. I thought it was going to be quite a boring one, you know, with not many shrubs and just sort of desert, but I camoed my tank and I felt like I was in Afghanistan or something. It was really cool. But as I was saying, there is another damage glitch you ought to watch out for. If you take the defensive upgrade, which is the default one, then miniguns do 4 times as much damage against you. So instead of doing 5 damage, they do like 20 damage per bullet against you if you take the defensive upgrade. So the one that stops you, that gives you 10% body armor, it's apparently the worst body armor in the world, because the miniguns now do a huge amount of damage against you, unfortunately. Now I decided to try the MP7 on this map. It's a PDW, so it's engineer only. Recognise it from Battlefield 3. It has basically the same sort of functionality as it did in that. Very high fire rate, so pretty good at close range. But even at like a sort of medium distance like this, it takes a heck of a lot of bullets to take people down, because the damage drop off seems to be really, really quick. To be honest, I haven't really used the PDWs that much in Battlefield 4, because given that you can take carbines as an engineer, they just seem to perform so much better. Like, I'd have dropped the guys a heck of a lot quicker if I had like an ACWR or something like that. Now, while I'm reading all the things here, as you do, I thought I'd show you how to unlock the MP7. This was me unlocking it. That tank is going the wrong way. He wanted to drive away into the mountains like Mary Poppins' tank. But this was terrible. People wonder if I ever get like lag issues and stuff. This answers it for you. Just watch this. I did not cut that. That is literally the lag spike I had there. And I was playing natural selection too. just before this, like a competitive game of that, and I didn't have any lag, no rubber banding whatsoever. No, there was nobody else in the house. And my girlfriend was out at work, and it was the game. I don't know if anybody else gets rubber banding like that, but this was me unlocking it. You basically got to get 3 anti-vehicle weapons and then shoot down a helicopter or something with a portable AA. And then you made a dent, apparently. I had some terrible rubber banding on this map, but I could hear everything because they fixed that part. Back to Silk Road though. Now you're probably thinking, because I've only shown you Altair Range and Silk Road so far, that the maps are looking a little bit barren. And to be honest, those two are looking a little bit barren, given one's a desert and one's like a mountainous tundra region. Although there has been a supernova, which seems to have taken over the D flag. Because if you run up the hill to that, which is like on the top of the hill in Altair Range, then you're going to get yourself blinded. So I think DICE is probably going to have to give us some prescription sunglasses for that. Combat sunglasses. Combat prescription sunglasses. Needed some of those in Battlefield 3 as well. I'm kind of hoping they're not bringing back the sun glare, because it is pretty strong on some of these China Rising maps compared to the default maps. They did not fix that, by the way. The dying at the same time. But it is hilarious, so I'm kind of okay with it. There is something, though, that I'm not okay with. And that is that it seems, unless I haven't been looking right, that there is no Levolution in China Rising. I've found some of those exploding things on this map and some other ones just on the floor where you can blow things up. But that isn't really Levolution. So I don't know whether or not DICE has just decided that Levolution is not for them anymore, or maybe I'm just totally wrong and there is in fact some Levolution on these maps, but I've played for about 4 hours across the 4 maps that come with China's Rising, and I haven't seen any Levolution whatsoever. This is a very cool map, by the way. It kind of reminds me of the floating FRANKIEonPC. It kind of reminds me of like those floating mountains in Avatar, even though they're not floating. But that was the map in the intro, by the way, where I was sniping from that. Now that is a proper bushwalky location on the top of that thing. You're actually part of the bush at the top of the mountain. He tried to C4 me there as well. Fortunately, I've been trying out some of the noses. They're not called noses. The chokes. I've been using a full choke on the 870, although I've picked up this just because there felt something very Vietnam-y about this map. And the next one, Dragon Pass, so I used the M4 on that pretty much without anything, and I just thought the 870 was kind of like a cool Vietnam weapon as well. But as for the shotguns, I haven't really noticed that much sort of difference between using the different chokes. I have noticed that slugs seem to be a bit weaker than Battlefield 3, so I tend to use like buckshot, like pellets instead. If you're wondering why I'm hanging around this trailer that the gypsies left, it's because this is where you get the bomber from. A lot of people have been wondering, and I did wonder as well, but you've got to basically take this flag, and when the icon appears, you can go up to the door, and if you press F, then you get the bomber. And this is it. I added in this shot just because I thought it was quite cool. It's actually another shot that you get in game of it flying across, but there it goes. Now when you're in it, you get this, and you basically get 4 JDAM bombs like the ones that you take on the jets. They don't seem to have much splash damage. As you can see, there's little blue markers as well where the bombs land, and if you fire straight away, then it'll reload just in time for you to fire a second time. So it's not really a game changer like I thought it perhaps might be, where people have to like run for cover because it's kind of a warning sign. But it will take out vehicles if you get a direct hit, but there's a bit of lead time you've got to take on it, so it's not too great, to be honest. Speaking of not too great, not the tunnels. I thought these tunnels were pretty cool. They look very wet. I haven't got my torch out to have a look around in here. I feel like I'm potholing or something. I don't know what that says, but it probably says watch out for cave spiders, so I'm not going to hang about in here. But as I was saying, speaking of terrible, the RPK. Now, I use this because, well, in my opinion, it's the worst light machine gun in the game, I think. It's just, I know it's just got such a bad fire rate and accuracy, even with the stubby grip on. I haven't unlocked a heavy barrel, maybe it's better with that, but I would imagine probably not that much. And you've essentially got to camp behind cover like this, which is why I'm not running down into here to take out this guy. You just gotta hang back really and wait in cover. I have no idea why they made this so weak, or maybe it's just me doing something wrong with it, but it just seems really bad to me. It looks cool though, and it fits in well with this map, and that to me is more important than doing well with the gun. So I just thought it'd be quite a cool one to use and try out. And I've actually got another tip, which you'll see me do in a second. A lot of people probably don't take smoke grenades, but this is a good tip on rush as well. But if you put down a ammo box then you basically never run out of smoke grenades. I'm hoping that DICE will actually leave it in like this, because on Rush sometimes it can become a bit of a clusterfuck without smoke grenades. But as you can see, I can just continually throw grenades. I never get even close to running out of them, and you can cover a whole area with them. And it's not overpowered, if you're wondering, being able to do that, because if you take an FLIR or an IRNV scope, you can just see straight through smoke, like it's not even there. So there's a way of countering it. Now this map, Dragon Pass, not only is it epic in scale, but I think DICE missed a trick here. It's so Vietnam-y. Where's the flamethrower? What were you thinking, DICE? You could have put a flamethrower in with this, and then it would have been like Vietnam, just with massively improved graphics. I should be DICE's ideas guy. I mean, admittedly, if I were, there would probably be more sort of fluffy white dogs running around. But I would bring you a T-Rex to eat that goat on Rogue Transmission. You know the one. You'd run up there, defib pads out, give the goat a zap, it'd come back to life. T-Rex would come stomping out of the woods for a snack, because it's heard the goat bleating. Poor goat gets eaten. Now that is an Easter egg, not just a little basket of Easter eggs, like DICE has put in on Flood Zone. I would make such a good game. We need to get a petition sorted for this. I'm of course kidding. We can just leave it all down to Patrick Barker, who of course makes enemy footsteps quieter than friendly footsteps. I want some of this enemy boot technology that makes them inaudible. Because I'm thinking, whatever team I'm constantly playing on with my friendlies makes stomping footsteps past me, I can hear miles away, and then the enemy has apparently got, like, pillows sellotaped to... That's it. The enemy has always got those pillows gaffer taped to their feet. We didn't think of that when we started this war. If you're wondering why I kept looking at the map here, it's because I was trying to figure out which of the flags, C or D, actually spawned in the map. It turned out it was D, but I thought it was C, which is why I came here first. But have you seen this? DICE is yo-dogging me. Because they've heard I like iron sights, so they put an iron sight in my iron sight so I can iron sight while I iron sight. Why would you disable that, DICE? Maybe I want an M4 with 2 iron sights on it. You know? That's just one of the things that I want on the battlefield. And, as I was saying before, DICE, I want some big Levolution. I mean, I can't. I'm sure there's... I'm kind of hoping. I'm not sure, but I am hoping that somebody in the comments is going to tell me what the Levolution is on each of these maps. Because, I mean, there's so many possibilities that you can have. Like, on the Altair range one at the top of the mountains, they could have just changed the sandstorm from Operation Firestorm into a blizzard. And just had, like, made it white and put some snow particles in it. And then you got, like, a really atmospheric map. They've been so cool. I mean, on this map, they could have had some, like, just some AI bombers flying over that just randomly crashed into parts of the map. That would have been awesome as well. And then on that Guilin Peaks one, or whatever it was called, that was in the cave system, you could have blown the roof of the caves because they were leaking, and then, like, water could have flooded down because, like, the waterfall started at the top of the mountain and then just, like, flooded down the cave system and, like, swept people away. It would have been, oh man, it would have been so good if they put... I don't think any of that's in. Like, well, I'm hoping somebody's going to tell me in the comments what the Levolution is that actually is on these. That being said, though, and the fact that these rocks apparently haven't been properly sorted out yet, it seems, as I was kind of semi-floating around them. And you'll see my teammate just disappear into them in a second. This was a very cool clip right here. Map design, I'm actually really liking Dragon Pass. I've heard a lot of people don't like it because there's a lot of vehicles in it, but I think with these, I mean, if you get on the top of these mountains, if you use the little bird and the jet, holy shit, speaking of jets, wait, I forgot that was in. That was such a cool moment. But if you use these mountains, you've actually got a pretty big advantage over the vehicles on the map, because, I mean, there's not really anything they can do to us up here, and you can just take out the infantry, you can swoop down with your C4, and you can blow up the tanks, and it's really quite cool. And, of course, you can use the jet skis and the boats to pretty much go all the way through this map, because the rivers, they, like, interconnect all the way through. I really like it. It's really cool. But anyway, I hope this video was useful for you. There goes my little friend disappearing into the rocks again. But this is China Rising. This is what you get with it. I'm hopefully going to put up that UCAV video, as I say, tomorrow, showing you that. Supposedly, it can take out a helicopter with a single hit. It's like another little flying drone thing you get. But I'm hopefully going to be able to get some footage of that and perhaps some air superiority as well. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next chapter.